Scooby-Doo again.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. No, I am not naked before any of you.
No one's here.
I know, but
we know what you're like.
It'll be up on YouTube in a minute anyway. I have shorts on, so don't panic.
Oh, when we do have people on, we need to ask if the fan is too loud.
Oh,
There's a person on.
my God, there's somebody there. Hello. Let's get the light bouncing off my crown
That's
down.
better.
Ah.
Why don't we use this every time?
Yeah. Hi, Wayne. You all right, mate?
Hello.
The dog saw the light. Oh, dear. Yes, I'm not naked. I have shorts on. See? I have funky shorts on. But it's just too bloody hot to wear clothes. So.
Is the fan too loud?
Yeah. We've got the fan on beside us. If it's too loud and you can't hear us, tell us in the comments there and we'll turn it off. Okay? All fine and dandy.
No, he's on about. He said, "How are you?" There's a delay in the.
It's and whilst I think about it, there is. I will give a shout out. It is Mr. Wayne's 7th birthday tomorrow, and he'll be
25.
46 if I remember rightly. He'll be 46. So happy birthday, Mr. Wayne 7. Anyway, what have you? Ghost, you're perfectly framed. Do you realise that? You are. Look, yeah. She's just something. What was I going to say? Yes. What's everybody been up to? I have been.
Is the fan okay, or is it too loud? I want to make sure because I don't want.
Can you hear a fan over the top of us, or are we just coming through nicely? Because the fan's there. What was I going to say? Yeah. What's everybody been up to? With bargain. Nice one. Thank you. Yeah, we have. Well, not Mr. Center's been up to. He's been sorting out his holiday and his book and stuff. So, Jackanory, Spookanori #2 coming out.
Holiday?
Bald-headed potato hunting. Hello, Gary, my friend. You right, dude?
I'll tell you what I did this week. I turned 5 months pregnant.
You turned 5 months pregnant?
Yesterday.
I thought you'd just been eating lots of pies.
I may have also. I haven't had any pie. I haven't had any pie. I really want a chicken and mushroom pie.
I'll have a chicken and mushroom pie, you daft man.
I can't. In the show.
Well, hi Andy, you all right, mate? Well, what have we been doing this week? I've been getting ready. I've got lots of things coming up from a new job. Working with autistic people.
Children.
Well, autistic children. What else? Oh yeah, installing kitchen spotlights in this heat. Look. Am I really crafted for this heat? I'm sweating like a paedophile on the playground.
By the 14th of what? The 14th of August.
Yes, he is. It's going on the 16th, and next Spookanori book is being released on the 14th.
He's a fast writer. Were you writing it?
It's one that he actually wrote years ago, and he's redone it for today's times. But it's also there's an island.
Oh, I hope I'm in it because you know.
And well, Whistle in the Wind.
Beauty and the Beast.
Whistle in the Wind. It was Whistle in the Wind, wasn't it? One of the islands of there is near the islands that he's going to in Greece.
You go to Greece? Oh, yeah. Tell me how it is. We were supposed to go to Spain, but I got pregnant.
As you do. Fuck the holiday up.
No, COVID happened, and then we were like, do you know what? We don't like traveling anymore.
I'm coming down to Somerset in October. When I do, we'll have to meet up for a pint, Gary. Yeah? I ain't seen you for bloody ages. Wayne, he is down in Essex. Is it Essex or Kent? It's one of the two. He's that way anyway.
Look at those. She looks like a bullet train.
Anyway, so.
Who's Andy?
Andy I used to work with. Andy Gresham. Security guard.
Yeah.
Over at the range.
Yeah.
Big guy. What's that?
What was I written from years ago?
Most of the stories are old ones I'd written years ago for that certain TV show we don't mention. So I'm rewriting them and releasing them. But don't blame me, mate. Go for it. You know.
Did you hear that? Those of you who know what Wayne was on. Did you hear? He said stories. He didn't say real. He said stories.
Hang on.
It's
Hang
a
on.
mad one.
I'll give you a little hint. I'm not going to mention it. I'll
Are
give
we
you
allowed to mention it?
No, I'll give you a little hint
Don't mention
as to
it.
what show he wrote. Ready? Anyway, there's something about building. Make sure you wear hard hats and stuff like that.
There are 20 still.
Well, bloody good luck, mate. You're going to have you could do your own spooking or shelf, couldn't you? You know, like, hi, Marie, you all right?
Hi, Helen.
Hi, Helen, you all right?
Did you say Maria or Maria?
Maria.
I say Maria. Yeah, you said Maria.
I said Maria.
He could do like the Mr. Men,
I was going to say,
the backs of the books, and then it could just be like Spookanori, but you have to just collect it. So it starts with.
or if Wayne really wanted to do something, he could have a photo of his bare ass done along the spines. So you collect the series and it's like, oh, and one of the O's of Spookanori's your ass.
Oh.
Hey, go for it, mate. Definitely. That sounds like fun. I've got like somewhere I've got all my Dan grades and martial arts stuff and this, that, and the other. And I was going to put them up all over a wall, but to be honest, I got my Star Wars stuff and I want to have a Star Wars wall. And then
I won't be here next Friday before I forget
are you back in London again?
for the baby shower.
Oh God, yeah, because I've.
And then you're coming down the weekend after.
I know I've got to drive to London at some point.
Yes, on the 22nd.
Hang on, when you're away, Wayne? 14th. What date is it?
I get my scan on the 12th,
Hang
so
on.
he's away the day that I'm away.
Oh, all right. I will have to wing it. Right. Yes. So tonight we're going to talk about dragons. We're going to give conspiracy theories a miss, because we've been.
Some pillow. I've got a 12-foot pillow.
Because we've been doing that for a while.
16.
So,
oh, 16. Oh no, then you can. He can come on.
Well, if you can do next Friday, mate, you're more than welcome to jump on. Because Wayne, as for those of you who didn't see it last week, Wayne's going to be joining us as a member of the Dark Mirror Show. And I said,
someone's having a bye-bye.
And I said, get your holiday and stuff out of the way with, and then jump on. But if you want to jump on next Friday, mate, you're more than welcome. What was I going to say? Yes, we are doing.
Ah, the day that your book's released. Oh.
I tell you what. In that case, if that's your book being released, I'll do a little ad for you, and then if you want me to, I'll come and join you on your thing, and I'll see if I can help you.
That's Friday.
Flog the book
at 9 p.m.
Yeah.
That's Friday.
Yeah, Friday at 9 p.m. when I'm supposed to.
So you're going to have to tell everyone that you're going over to.
Yeah. So if you want, I'll come and help you do that. It's entirely up to you. Yeah, this week we are going to be doing. You're auctioning, yes, that's right, a signed copy of Whistle from the Wills. Put my teeth back in. A Whistle from the Hills. That's what you're auctioning. Where's the money? Which charity is the money going to?
Help Heroes.
Do you know what? You know when you've had one of those days? I've had one of those days today.
They say I have pregnancy brain.
No, unfortunately, somebody got the wrong side of me today. And ever since then, my brain's been in the fridge. I think it's the heat. It's doing it to everybody.
This is my pregnancy pillow. It's 12 foot long. I do that. Sheldon gets really annoyed because as he's falling asleep, I'll go. Sorry.
Anyway, as I was trying to say, we are going to be doing a few different topics for the next few weeks. We're just going to give conspiracy theories a little bit of a rest for now. But tonight, we are going to talk about...
I did not agree to the rest, but we shall move on.
You've been gallivanting around the UK.
It's just London. Just London. I would hardly... Just London. You can't cough in London.
You can't do stuff all in London. Well, all right, we might come back to conspiracy theories, but I just fancied a little break. So tonight, I thought we'd talk about dragons. I know there's going to be a storm. There's going to be a thunderstorm. Do you know how? Because I'm covered in those little bastard, tiny, tiny little thunderflies. And every time I'm like, yeah, there's a storm. So, and as Wayne and a few of the others know, I have actually got clothes on. I've got a pair of shorts on. I'm not naked. She wouldn't be sitting here quite so calmly beside me if I was. Sorry, ladies, I do have clothes on. Contain yourselves.
They are very comfy, Helen. I did have an L-shaped one, but I used it so much it went flat. So now I have this one.
Is that the one that Lynn's gave you?
Yeah, it's completely.
You knackered
It's
it.
completely flat. And now I have this. I call it a bed noodle.
Shorts.
Shorts.
I'm so glad you shoved your ass in the camera. A what noodle?
A bed noodle.
That's a bed noodle.
Bed noodle. My health visitor call it a bed noodle. Took her a while to get used to it, but now she calls it bed noodle too.
Is that what you call his Willy?
A bed noodle.
Yeah. Is it a danger noodle?
A danger noodle.
Or a vape snake? Anyway, so yeah, I thought we talk about dragons tonight because my thing about any myth and legend, and I think you're the same, aren't you? But for every
It's very similar to a pot noodle, but this
bigger.
one isn't stoned.
Oh, I see what you did there. Yeah. Yeah, for every myth and legend that there is.
Oh,
Hello, Tamsin. Oh yeah. There has to have been something that was originally there in the first place. So, you know, to get the idea for that story or for that legend, there had to have been something. No matter what it was, there must have been something back along to start them off. So we've covered it before about 3 years ago, dragons. So just going over old ground. But
so you know, all those old myths of people being out at sea and they see like massive tentacles come out that are attached to giant bodies. It's been proven that it's whale penises.
basically, because whales haven't got arses, they've been mooned. Their sailors getting mooned by whales going,
No,
look at the size of this.
When it's mating season, they've just been waving it at sailors, and they've been like, "Oh, kraken!" Just a fat whale cock.
You're full of. You're a mine of information, aren't you?
I think the kraken's real though.
I don't see why not. I mean, they thought that the
Megalodon
giant octopus was a myth. It's been proved over the last few years.
and megalodon.
The megalodon, they're still not sure. They think that there is.
It's real.
Well, they think that there is because of the fact that some of these things that are massive are being found with the fucking heads bitten off.
What is it? Like 80% of the ocean hasn't been explored.
That's right. But
Yeah.
Marianas Trench has a layer. You go about a mile and a half down. It's got a
Ogres
layer.
have layers.
Whatever the layer is, they've not been able to see beneath the layer, but they think there's different things of life underneath the layer. So why can't there be something down there that can come up? There you go. Use it. Run with it. If you need some characters, you got a bald-headed twat from London and his daughter.
I always said hairy twat.
Well, I am. I do have a hairy chest.
What about me? Because I've got hair and you don't.
No. Anyway, you sip your drink. Yeah. You're adopted. So for every legend, there has to be something to start it. Like aliens. Aliens. Have you watched the Umbrella Academy?
Don't say anything.
Oh.
It's only been newly released. The new season.
Season 2 of Umbrella Academy. Just watch it. That's all I'm going to say. Just watch it. Watch it to the end because you're going to be like, if you've seen season 1, you're going to get to one particular point and be.
I cried.
No, not that bit.
I know, not that bit.
But your emotions are all over the place at the moment. You don't know whether to laugh, cry, or fart.
I've been really good actually. You can't even.
You were angry this morning.
Yeah, why was I angry though?
You're angry at everybody.
Why was I angry?
I have no idea.
I don't remember.
You said you woke up angry.
Yeah, I did. Why was I angry?
You said you woke up angry, and then your nan said something about you putting nappies on your dog, and that was it. You're in a foul mood.
Yeah.
And then
And nappies on the cold.
yeah, Umbrella Academy season 2. You could have watched it. See, I think this is why we do get people watching us, because it's a bit like Car Crash TV. It's like it's that bloody thing where you watch people watching TV. Gogglebox, that's it. Do you know, I'm seriously thinking of applying for Gogglebox with our family.
Half of the stuff has to be cut with our family. Watching TV, you know what we're like when something's on. Someone makes a stupid decision.
Yeah, we all do. We're probably the same as most of you out there. And when you see somebody on TV do something monumentally stupid, you're like, "You fucking idiot! What are you doing?" And that's just her. Really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like today, like I said, the Umbrella Academy. Oh, very good.
We've
Yes.
been watching it at dinner times, and it took us a week to get through all of it. But
yeah, about that. Yes, dragons. I think that for every legend you've got of, like, whether it's dragons or giant serpents or
whale penises,
whale cogs, or pterosaurs, anything like that, there has to have been something there in the first place to start it off.
If Patch was a dinosaur, she'd be a Pachycephalosaurus.
A Pachycephalosaurus. Anyway, the giant anacondas and stuff, there were, was it Gigantoboa? I think that's what it was called, Gigantoboa, and that was like a 30-foot, 40-foot long snake. And they think that some of the DNA or something has escaped into some of them, because they have found, they found some massive boas and anacondas. Anacondas.
Don't get me
recently.
wrong, I like snakes. I think they're really cute. I will boot the snoot of a danger noodle any day. But if you get to like a 50-foot snake, if I looked out the window now and I saw a 50-foot snake slithering down the road, I would genuinely give birth. My child would come out. Oh.
Who's that? Was it Maria? You don't like rats, do you, Maria?
I love rats.
I was saying we used to have pet rats. We had 2 pet rats called Norton and Dreyfus. They were brothers, and the whole reason they were called Norton and Dreyfus is they were gay, and they'd frequently bugger each other's senators. So it's like, called them that. Anyway,
I don't remember them, but I remember we always used to just get saddleback rats.
Yeah, the brown and white ones.
Looking.
Last ones we had were Norton and Dreyfus.
No, we had black and white ones when you left.
Oh, I don't know. I remember brown and white, and there was 2 grey ones before that.
Yeah. I love rats and budgies. I trained my budgie to kiss. Do you remember that? You go, and then it'll come peck your
lip. It used to sit on my head when I had hair and pluck what little hair the chemo left me. Yeah, I remember.
You had it good. It used to lay nests in my head and poo to make its nest. Every time it came out. Every time it would land, just put stuff in my hair and shit. It also used to eat out of my mouth like a mama bird.
I know, you used to let it.
Yeah, I chew up food and then it'll come over and just.
Anyway, as I was saying,
it's dead now.
For every legend, there has to be something that started it. Now, when I was researching dragons and stuff, you morbid bugger.
Parrots last like 80 years. But budgies last like.
Parrots can live as long as a human, if I remember rightly. Yeah. In my research, I found tell of parrots. Fuck! Will you shut the fuck up about parrots? I found tell of dragons going all the way back to the Chronicles of Gilgamesh.
Narnia.
Shut up.
Oh, okay.
Gilgamesh was a series of poems that were.
Gargamel. We spoke about this a couple of weeks ago, didn't we? On the show.
Gargamel was the Smurfs.
Yeah.
Okay. Jesus.
Gilgamesh's brother. Gargamel.
For any of you who don't know stuff about dragons, you might have heard of Tiamat. And Tiamat was also one of the dragons in one of the Final Fantasy games. Can't remember which one. But Tiamat wasn't actually mentioned until a millennia after the one that was in the Tales of Gilgamesh. I'm just looking at his name. His name was Kur, K-U-R, and that was the dragon. And it was also the first instance of a dragon, a damsel in distress, and a knight coming to save her. Although in those days it was a dragon and it was in a lake, and Gilgamesh was on his own boat with lots of swarthy men to take on the dragon. So there was a big fight, and
That's what they did.
Gilgamesh was mentioned. Gilgamesh was mentioned in the rest of the poems, but there was never any mention of Kerr after that particular one. So obviously he slayed him with his humour. Slayed him with humour.
Told you.
No, I don't remember a dragon in the Spurs.
No, but
Gargamel was the guy who looked like a really pervy monk.
Yeah.
He always said, Azrael!
And he slayed the dragon, and it turned into a cat. Blue, the Smurfs.
Whatever the hell you used to smoke before you got pregnant, it's had a permanent effect on you.
Crack. I didn't smoke crack.
And I'm just looking at some of this. Some of this I doubt if anybody's ever going to have bloody heard of, but there was a Babylonian creation myth. There was a dragon and the feats and exploits of Ninurta. That sounds fascinating, doesn't it? Ninurta, the warrior god, who's the hero of the story. Oh, it was the knight and the dragon and the maiden in distress. It was the second time it's ever been seen. He rescued Shara, and he killed Kerr again. He killed Kerr. How could Kerr be killed twice?
I believe we're in Leeds.
Anyway, that was very clever. Don't ask anybody out there. Just don't ask. In joke. Right. Anyway, let's go back and find something a bit more recent. That's an Ethiopian sea monster. That's an Ethiopian sea monster. I'm going to show you guys. I don't know if you can see this. Oh, I see. I thought it was 3 heads. It's not. It's one massive head.
It looks like a lily.
That is an Ethiopian sea monster.
There you can see its eye.
That's yeah.
Eye. There's his mouth. Oh, it's reversed. Okay. It's reversed in there.
Yeah, that's an Ethiopian sea monster.
Okay.
But apparently, this particular Ethiopian sea monster was a Greek dragon. What the fuck? Do you know what? That doesn't make a lot of sense. An Ethiopian sea monster that really pissed off the Greeks, and they called it Draken. Drakeen.
No, keep reading.
Oh, Drakomel.
It's not.
Drakon.
It's not for that.
Dragon. Bear with me.
He's muddled up.
Right from the Greek, Draken and oh no, the 2 words together. Draken.
No, look. This is a multiple-headed serpent. This is not a sea monster, so it must be one of these that we're talking about. Oh, I can't read that fast. Hey guys, if you want to, I'll just fill in some time. So they're really tasty. Not sponsored, but they're really nice. And if you go to Farm Foods, you can get a 12-pack for £3. I got two 12-packs. I got one for the family. I got one for me. Also, these, if you remember from kickboxing, maybe Gary remembers, right?
Yeah. When I used to teach the kids kickboxing, they used to get that in their break time. We used to sell them.
Get a 12-pack of them. The same price.
Right, I was getting confused. These dragons here are the ones that are in the Greek Odysseys, you know, the tales of Hercules and all that lot. You've got the Colchian dragon, which was an unsleeping dragon that guarded the Golden Fleece. That's right, yeah.
That's really cool.
Hang on, I'll just put that up there. As Andy's just said, Japanese believe a dragon sleeps underground and is the cause of earthquakes when he stirs and turns over. This is why I said it's nothing to do with mother-in-laws, because, quite frankly, if my mother-in-law snored and turned over, probably half a child would disappear. Anyway, and Helen loves them. What was I going to say?
Do you?
Oh. Yeah, and that was the dragon that guarded the Golden Fleece. And the creature was bewitched by Medusa so that the hero Jason couldn't steal the fleece.
It's not sour, that's That's really sour.
What is it? And as you can probably see, well, I don't know if you can see it properly, but
Dragon.
where's his head? There's his head. That's his head. Like he all curls around. That's a dragon.
That's a dragon.
That is a dragon. Sorry, I didn't mean to punch your tit there.
That was my.
And that's a
That was the pillow.
That is a.
Isn't it?
That's it. With that as a phoenix. I like me me fables and everything. And that is a Mandalorian. Star Wars. And
This is a dragon. This is a dragon.
That's an alien.
This is a phoenix. No, I'm just kidding. That's a tulip.
It's the drinks. It's the drinks.
I know.
The drinks.
I know.
Not a
That's
dragon.
why I said, oh. I said, I know. I know. Someone's still not paying attention.
Right. Anyway, Greek dragons.
Let's keep
So
going.
I've mentioned the Colchian dragon. And then there was
These drinks, or the ones with the straw. So I like both of them. Clearly, Dad's not getting any of them because he just hit mine.
straw.
That's the last straw, mister. No, there's still juice in it.
That's the last straw.
I know, that's why I said it.
I can't even say that. Kyrides.
Hercules.
Kyrides, a dragon which terrorized the island of Salamis, and it drove out the hero, driven out by the hero, Cyprius, and fled to somewhere, and it became the cat. Do you know what? It was a dragon. It pissed people off, and it got chased away.
Should we just talk?
That was the dragons from the Greek ones.
Should we just
Jesus
should we just talk?
I'm just trying to find. You carry on. I'm just trying to find.
So we find out the gender on Wednesday.
What of the dragon?
Is it Wednesday? Wednesday. That's exciting.
Yes, I'm quite looking forward to that. But I'm banned. I'm not allowed to tell anybody. Can't go on Facebook. Can't tell anybody. Not even her sister. Can't tell anyone. So you'll find out on the
when it pops out. When it pops out.
Are you not saying anything until then?
Probably not.
Oh, okay. But you're doing the.
Yeah. For family.
Oh, okay. Right then.
No offense, everyone. But I mean, we didn't even want to announce it. We just wanted to have a kid. But then we had to announce it.
Anyway, dragons. We've moved a bit forwards in time. The word, because they Dracula, and Dracula was the son of the dragon, Dracula, and that came from the Transylvanian, which was the Order of Knights, who were the Order of the Dragon, weren't they? But the actual word dragon
Order of the Phoenix.
comes from the Greek word drakonta.
Huh?
Drakonta.
Come again?
Drakonta.
One more time.
Drakonta.
I didn't quite get it.
Draconta.
Ah,
Drakonta.
Draconta.
What? What did you say?
What?
Hey?
I'm not sure.
Drakonta.
Sorry, I went through a tunnel. I didn't hear you. What was that?
Which means to watch. And it's basically saying that was a big lizard thing that guards stuff.
So you're letting the rest of this. Oh yeah.
He can know.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, I'm pretty sure I know what it is because I'm carrying low. And from the beginning, what have I said it was? What have I said it is from the beginning?
It's a boy.
A boy. Mr. Finley. It's going to be a Finietta, I bet. Oh. I don't mind either way. We just have a name for a boy and we don't for a girl.
There you go. You can put that out to everybody who likes watching this.
What?
Because what you got to remember is not everybody watches on the Friday night. They watch it over the week after I put it up on YouTube.
What am I putting out to them?
If it's a girl and you don't, I've got a name for it, you can pull out the thing.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm going to have our friends pick. No, because it would be like apple pie or like soul eater or something like that.
No, if it was Gary, it'd be a ball potato. He'd literally say, he'd call it ball potato.
Thank you, Wayne.
Thank you. We're gonna have to come down and see you at some point, Wayne. I'd
Look
like.
how good that cocoa butter's doing for my stretch marks. Ignore these ones, but look down there.
Lovely.
I'm stretching.
Oh, if you'd like the Dark Mirror Show to come to any of your investigations, just let me know, mate. I'll pop down to you.
I'm not doing investigations until
No, until after you've had the baby.
yeah.
yeah, there's another bit of information about dragons, trying to loosely stay on track. What, your mother?
Yeah.
Oh dear. Yes, the Catholic Church took the image of the dragon and turned it into Satan, and then class anything bad with image. That's why you've got Saint George and the Dragon. It was the Catholic Church that gave us that image of him slaying the dragon. It's meant to be a holy night.
Speaking of the Catholic Church,
Yeah.
what did you do to Ireland?
Oh yeah, the Catholic Church, they liked us Irish, didn't they? Oh Jesus, hello there. Who do you can't get this fucking thing off me?
Did I tell you what they made us do? Renounce all religion during the potato famine. They made us renounce all religion to get some soup. So now, yeah, exactly. So now, if you go to Ireland, not many Irish people will have soup.
Religion is the one thing that has remained staple over countless millennia to cause wars, famine, and distress. And it's all over.
Also, women, am I right?
It's all over. Yeah, and it's all over. My invisible person that I talk to is bigger than your invisible people
You're not
that you talk to.
supposed to agree to a sexist joke. I'm kidding.
Well, they treated minorities like crap. They treated women like crap. They treated anybody who wasn't a complete Bible thumper like crap. Look at the Crusades.
Mm.
You know?
But England didn't do much better with how we treated people years ago.
What, in the British Empire?
Yeah.
That was way after the Crusades.
No, I'm saying we didn't do much better.
Well, the British have always been one for going to other countries. Oh, smack you in the mouth, and then all of a sudden, oh no. We never used to be going no. We used to be like, come on then. But yeah, they pretty much screwed most of the countries that they had in. But every single country down throughout the millennia, when they've gone on things and tried to take over the world and this, that, and the other, they've all done bad things to other countries. So everyone's as bad as you said. But yeah, the one thing that remains staple, exactly, religion was and still is used to control the masses. I couldn't agree more.
Speaking of religion, have you seen they think they found the face of God in a relic?
Oh God, yeah.
And it's basically a cup just with a bunch of holes in it.
It looks like.
Let's see if I've still. I'll see if I've still.
There was some of the Aztec gods, and there's one of the chieftains that died. He looked like he was inside a spaceship. That was his tomb cover. Some of the little statues that were found with him look just like this face of God that they found, and it looks like the flip was that. Oh, I just saw.
Yeah.
It looks literally like somebody with an astronaut's helmet, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly, Helen.
It's not a conspiracy theory. It's a well-known fact.
It's the truth.
It's a well-known fact that religion's used to control the masses.
No, you're not about. I'm still mentioning religion now. What about the space person? That is a
That's my
conspiracy
own
theory.
Personal thing. When you see the cartouches on his grave, it looks like he's inside a cockpit.
And it also looks like he has a space helmet on.
Yeah, and some of the little statues that were found with his grave look just like that face of God. So, if religions are thinking that the face of God exists back then, thousands of years ago.
If you guys want to look up what we're talking about, the face of God thing is on the Daily Mirror. It was 3 days ago on the Daily Mirror.
I've got my own view on religion and stuff is the ancient alien theory. I'm not mad or anything, but it makes a lot of sense when you look into it.
Tell you what, Wayne. That's a good thing. I'll have a quick look.
Is that a Wawel? Because they don't pronounce the W, do you? They pronounce it as V. Wawel Cathedral in Poland. They have what they believe to be dragon bones hanging outside the cathedral, but actually they're Pleistocene mammals. Come on, get off the screen. Right, there you go.
Ew, they're big.
Yeah, I think myself that aliens came down at some point in time, back way.
Looks like whale bones, doesn't
It
it?
looks like a whale's cock. And then appeared to whichever countries they were in something that particular country would recognise. But because of the technology that they've got, and it's still vastly superior to ours now, back then we were like shitting in our hands and clapping
It's
and
just
living
the
in mud
one
huts.
bone.
So
Has it been-
we would think that anybody like that comes down in these ships that trail smoke and fire are these gods who've got all this power and they're flying serpents and things like that. That's what I
Has
think.
it been? That's a statue outside of it. Has it been actually examined as to what the bone is, or have they just said, "Oh no, this is a dragon bone. Believe us"? Because I am quite interested. I would like to know.
A lot of religious relics, isn't it, were taken as read back then. That, oh Jesus, this is Saint Augustine's little thing there. Oh, this is her holy Roman asshole and stuff like that. And it's turned out to be absolutely nothing whatsoever to do with that person that's been involved.
Yeah.
But there used to be in the time of the Crusades, there was a big business in holy relics. And they used to go around looking for all these relics, and they were daft enough.
Well, like Andy said, the Grail.
Possibly they came from elsewhere. That's all I know is
They come down.
another dimension. I'm careful. My own thing is, how can I put it? The onion theory.
You can't not believe in string theory. I just want to put that.
No, I know.
That's science.
I'm on about the onion theory. You know, all the.
Just 1 second. So I found a shirt that I think Dad will love. It says, "You can't be offended by science," which I think you would like.
Yeah. I would
Yeah.
actually, yeah. You know, the onion theory is that this world has so many other layers, dimensions. For every decision you make, it opens up another path.
Just like ogres. They have layers. Can't do the accent. Do it.
What are you trying to do?
Scottish accent. Just say they have layers.
They got layers.
No.
I don't know what you're on about.
Shrek. Ogres are like onions.
We got
They have
layers.
Yeah.
We got layers.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, and for every decision you make, it opens up another path. So,
For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction.
so there's an old multiple multiverse. So, and I think there's doorways everywhere in every dimension. You can go to places where there are doorways if you know how to use them. We've forgotten over the years.
What has your mum just messaged me?
her nan, my mother, has just messaged. Did that say I need her?
I have a big.
I
cock
had a
pheasant
big
in my
cock.
back.
I literally thought I had a big cock
In my
pheasant
back.
in my back garden. I think that's good. Oh, that's just even that. I had a big cock pheasant in the garden.
Listen, Nan, I know it's been a while.
Um,
I'm gonna put oil, get the butter out.
Jesus. Yeah. I think there's doorways everywhere, and some people still know how to do it. Some open doorways, some people don't. But these doorways can take you to anywhere.
I said oil, get
Yeah.
the butter out.
A bit like Skinwalker Ranch. Yes, it does. It does exist. They think they found a parallel dimension to ours, don't they? But it runs in reverse, which is just weird because I still remember that episode of Red Dwarf where at the end Cat had a shit and it was. Yeah, string theory's been proved to exist. It's like time travel. They've proved exists. They've done it with some atoms. Teleportation. They can do everything is mathematically possible, and they've done it on a tiny, tiny scale. Most of the really big things, but it's just trying to. I thought I was going to get twatted in the end with that. It's just trying to get it up onto a scale where we could use it. Like what those things?
Helen's asked what the string is. I think they're just on about string theory, right? By saying the string.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. But I have no idea how to easily explain it. So if Taylor just talks a minute, I will try and find it.
I can't explain string theory. Are you mad?
Try and explain how it works.
So are you on about that it's two different dimensions and there's like an atom's width between them, and that's what holds them together. Is that what you're on about? Because otherwise, listen, I'll do science, but I ain't doing string theory.
String theory is a theoretical framework in which point-like particles of particle physics are replaced by one-dimensional objects called strings. And string theory describes how these strings exist all throughout space and time and interact with each other. So wormholes.
So
wormholes.
It holds time together.
Wormholes. So you can go from point A to point B, either on the other side of the galaxy, or you can go back in time, forwards in time, or if there's multi-dimensions, you could go sideways in time as well. And
I watched my face. How's it looking?
Lovely. And that's what I was on about with when you make a decision and you can go either that way or that way, depending on what your decision was. So that would depend, yeah, exactly, hundreds of dimensions within one world. So if you can figure out how...
So it's like the theory of relativity, right?
No. It's...
What do you mean, no?
No, it's not like the theory of relativity.
What's the theory of relativity? 'Cause I'm pretty sure what you've said is what I'm thinking of.
This will be interesting. It just, if you can figure out a way to open a doorway and then an exit point, so you've got an entry point and an exit point. If you can invent a machine that lets you have those two doorways, then you can go anywhere, backwards, forwards in time, sideways in time, or to a different place, different dimensions.
It is basically what I've just said.
No. That's not, no.
How is that not? Hang on. Have you read that?
String theory is about going sideways.
No, not string theory, but what you just said about holding two dimensions together is basically the theory of relativity, but just less gravity.
That talks about physical phenomena in the absence of gravity.
Keep reading.
General relativity explains the law of gravitation and its relation to other forces of nature.
Yeah. So it holds shit together.
That's talking about how we stay on the planet and don't fall off.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I'm on about...
The Earth is round, and do you know what keeps us on? Gravity. And
So
do you know what keeps string theory together? Strings. So you tell me how gravity...
All right, explain
is not...
T-string.
Mate. Have you seen Heston? So years ago, Heston Blumenthal did a show, and he tried to recreate cheese strings, and he melted a cheese string down, and they could pull it from one side of his kitchen to the other, and he just could not explain it. It's all chemicals and shit, isn't it? It's not like...
Bill and Ted was a good example. Yeah, you could go up, down, left, right, any other way you
There's
wanted.
a new one.
Yes, they're making the third one, aren't they?
I don't
No.
know. I think it's second. I don't know.
Is it a third one? Yeah, it's the third one, isn't it? They've come back to do it. Alex Winter and
Have you actually seen it?
Keanu Reeves. No, it's not out yet.
No, have you seen the...
I've seen the first two.
No, have you seen the...
Is there an advert?
Yeah.
So you got a clip?
Yeah.
No, I've not seen that yet.
Oh.
I'll have to have a look at it.
Einstein's theory
How
of
the fuck did we
relativity.
get
Oh, look, Andy says Einstein's theory of relativity, so...
How did we get from dragons to... I'd say this is why I love doing the Dark Mirror show, because from the very start right up till now, we can talk about one main thing and then it just fucks off out the window and we go on with something else.
What's the theory that every action has an equal and opposite reaction? Whose theory was that? We go back to dragons.
For every action, there's an opposite. That's... Yeah. Don't do it. You're hurting my brain. Piss off.
I'll do it.
Yeah, please.
Andy will probably know.
He will. He's brainy chap. Dear, oh dear. Right, yes, dragons. Did you know that
Helen said, dragons I understand.
up until, I think it was the mid to late 1800s, you ever heard of megafauna?
Oh, it's Newton's third law.
You ever heard of megafauna? Megafauna are basically, you have a vast open plain with no interference from man or anything like that. So animals, wildlife, flowers, etc., etc. Some things will grow bigger and bigger and bigger because they have no natural predators to get rid of them. So they'll grow massive. Well, in Australia, and it was like, I think it was mid to late 1800s, they had megafauna there, and one of those particular yay! One of those particular, and he's drunk, everybody.
I have a good example of this. My plants that I have from prehistoric times.
Yes.
What are they called?
Bromeliads.
Bromeliads.
That's it.
They have not changed for almost 60 million years because they haven't had predators. You may carry on.
Do you know?
Oh, actually, here's another good one. So, sea cows, dugongs, they don't have the part in their brain that tells them to be aggressive because they normally, where they are is really shallow water because they eat the grass. They don't eat like fish and stuff. So
The seaweed
is grass though. So they can't like physically attack someone. The only thing they can do is swim away because they don't have predators, and so the only thing. Sorry, I was reading the comments. So they don't have the thing in their brain that says, "Oh, attack." They just have run away.
It's a bit like a pug
Yeah.
when it sees a Hoover.
No, because it doesn't
Yes.
stick its cock in a Hoover.
Whilst
Does it?
What's that? Do you want to hear a funny story? It was funny.
It was mean.
It was
It was
funny.
an accident, but it was mean.
Hoovering the stairs, and Chewie. Yes, that's the action for hoovering the stairs. Chewie likes to attack the Hoover pipe.
I wonder why.
Because I played with him with it. He's like, and he attacks the Hoover pipe, but it's a playtime thing. And I was hoovering the stairs, and I went, and he was doing. He has a wind up, doesn't he? He bark, 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 and tells you to do the hoover at him, and if you don't, he just gets more and more. I was doing this. I got about halfway up the stairs, and I looked at him and went, "Right, fine. You want it, you got it." And I went, "Whoa!" with the hoover, and he sort of moved out of the way, and as he moved out of the way, Hoover went underneath him and got his schlong. I went, and I've never seen a pug practically have his eyes burst out of his head
Dad tossed off my dog.
and move so quickly in his life as this little pug.
Dad milked my dog.
It's fucking hilarious. Anyway, as I was saying, megafauna.
It's not been the same since.
I haven't. So up until the 18th century, they had gigantic lizards. I can't remember what the name of them are, but they had lizards that were like 20 to 30 feet tall. They were as big as a car, and if they stood up, they'd be able to look over the car. And that's where a lot of the Aboriginal.
In the prehistoric times, they had alligators that would run on all four, like run. Sorry, carry on.
Thank you.
Just reminded me of that.
And that
Oh,
is
like
where the
fish.
Aboriginal
Fishy.
Dreamtime stories of dragons come from. Will you shut the fuck up?
Some say we are just.
Exhibits
That
for
would be
aliens
cool.
to study. You really are having a drink tonight, aren't you, Andy? The dragons have become part of folklore myth after early ancestors discovered dinosaur bones.
It would make so much sense.
Yeah. But
Pterodactyls.
But a lot of the so-called sightings back around then were when we had megafauna, and it was just massive lizards and stuff that were left over. But Australia had them up until the mid to late 1800s. But there have been allegedly sightings started in the 70s, and they've been getting more and more recent. But this is in the way deep outback in Australia of these lizards that were supposed to have died out. So watch your space. Like the
Space. Do you know what's in space?
there's a cloud of alcohol up. Yes, there's a cloud of alcohol up in space. What else is in space, Taylor?
You can't do it.
Aliens! There's a cloud of alcohol in our Milky Way that's so big that if we were to tap it, I think it was every single person on the Earth could have something like 400,000 litres of neat alcohol.
Ugh.
Imagine that.
Do you know what people have been doing? So I was talking to my professor, right? And you know that it's 90%.
Komodo dragons. Kimono are the dressing gowns that Japanese people wear. I've never seen a dragon in a dressing gown.
So I was talking to my professor, and you know, 90% alcohol and above kills the coronavirus. Yeah.
Yeah.
People have been going out and buying vodka at 60%, but buying 2 of them and drinking both bottles,
But it's still
thinking it goes to 120.
it's still a 60%.
It stays at 60. It doesn't. You can't just add.
Still 60%.
It's just 60.
So they just basically got wankered.
Oh no, is it 60% and above, and then they buy vodka at 30? Yeah, I think they buy vodka at 30, get 2 bottles, think it's helping them, so
And
they'll
all they're doing
drink.
is just getting one outside.
Yeah,
There. So look it up about the Australian megafauna. You see it on there. But yeah, Komodo dragons and what's the other one? There's Komodo dragon. There's that other bloody thing. Is it the Komodo dragon whose teeth have got poison in? It's poisonous to us, and they got a blue tongue or something.
yeah, but no, the one you're thinking of was in like the giant
Yeah, it's Komodo dragon.
lizards. It wasn't Komodo dragons. They are poisonous, Komodo dragons. But the ones you're thinking of were the ones that were in the James Bond.
Yeah.
That wasn't Komodo. That was something else. That was like the world's biggest lizard that you can get.
Yeah.
But it's not Komodo.
Oh, okay.
Beats guard dog. Yeah, can you imagine? Can you imagine breaking into someone's house? You jump down,
Breaking into
you, like, you break into their like bathroom window, all the lights are off, you open the door and you hear like this really throaty growl hiss at you. You'd be like,
oh, I need to use the toilet on my way out. It's like, yes, you're right. There were crocodiles that were about 30 foot long and ran on all fours, and I think they ran up to 30 mile an hour or something, wasn't it? Yeah. So yeah,
can you? Oh,
that's it. Poison its saliva. Yeah.
so do bush babies. They lick their armpits. I can't remember the actual names of them, but they lick their armpits and then they lick flies and stuff, and it poisons them. You know, those really cute little like.
To be honest, I think you must have some bush baby DNA in you, because that's what your armpits were lately.
I put Roll-On on before we
You
started.
killed the roll.
I put Roll-On on before we started. Actually, it didn't work for a while, and I was like, what the fuck? But it does work. It's aloe vera, but
No, you're right. Chinese dragons. We'll move on to something else. Chinese dragons are powerful and benevolent. This is hang on, where's it? That's a Chinese dragon. That's a Japanese dragon. Chinese dragons are powerful and benevolent symbols in Chinese culture, with supportive control over watery phenomena. Chinese dragons are seen as lucky and good, quite different to the evil, dangerous, fire-breathing dragons of most Western shores. And yeah, Wayne, you're absolutely spot on. When fossils were found of dinosaurs, they thought it was dragon bones. But what I was talking about is, you know, the basis of the first ever legend or first ever story about a dragon before anybody found a bone or anything. What was that from? I think it was from
lizards.
megafauna, because back then we weren't too bright.
What was I going to say? I was going to say something.
What were you going to say? Oh yeah, here's a useless bit of information for you. Emperors, Chinese emperors, back when they had them, were seen as the sons of dragons. And at that time, ordinary people were not allowed to have items with pictures. They were not allowed to have pictures of dragons on at that time.
Unless you were an emperor.
Yes. Right. Now let's see what else. Chinese dragons live at the bottoms of seas, rivers, lakes, or anywhere else with water. So that means there's one on the bottom of the loo.
I was going to say the toilet.
Every time you go to the toilet, it goes, Taylor's bum again. What a lucky Chinese dragon that must be. Chinese mythology, dragons have many animal-like forms, but are not commonly known as by the snake-like creatures. Yeah. He says, "Yeah, I've got all this stuff here." You know, but as time has gone by, Chinese people refer to themselves as the descendants of Yandi and Huangdi, as well as the descendants of the Chinese dragons.
Oh, look what I just said. That's why some are depicted as turtles or fish, because they're mainly found in bodies of water.
What's that Japanese weird turtle thing that's supposed to take people into the water and go off with them? And it's a crypto. It's cryptozoology. It looks like a turtle.
Snapping turtle.
No. I think we're going to do a show on cryptozoology and all the different things that haven't been found.
I haven't done that in a while.
No, I love cryptozoology. Right, let's go on to earth dragons.
Oh, sorry. I haven't had a nap today.
Well, don't let me keep this going and have a nap now. Earth dragons live in hills or mountain cores and they use the energy of ley lines for moving along. Hence the name dragon lines.
Right, 9 types of Chinese dragons.
Thank you. These dragons are becoming active again on Earth, and many are returning to locations such as here in the UK after many years of being in hiding. This was from a New Age thing. This is not my own personal.
Wait, ley lines is in like electricity,
I
right?
like ley lines. Yeah.
So it makes sense for them to have beds of gold because it's a conductor.
That's true.
Is that how they charge?
If you let me finish reading the thing, I'll be able to tell you. Earth dragons were physically incarnate for a period of time on Earth, but now only live in the elemental realms, having retreated from the physical realm for protection. Earth dragons are wary elementals and do not trust humans very much. I don't blame them. I don't trust humans.
I don't trust humans.
Oh dear, this is a very definite. Who's this from?
I trust plants and animals more than I trust most humans.
This is from a book about dragons, and I think this person may have smoked something to introduce themselves to their spirit animal. The Earth Dragon. This is an excerpt. The Earth dragons I have met told me you should always offer a dragon a gift. Anytime I see the mother-in-law, I always say, "Do you want a cup of tea?" Preferably of something gold. Then gain their trust before they will work for you. Earth dragons come in many colours also, but look more like the Celtic dragons with long snouts and bodies a bit like dinosaurs. They can help you access Earth energy, secrets, and ground you into the now moment. Again, they can offer protection and profound wisdom. Green moss, agate, and bloodstones can help you access the energies of Earth dragons.
You know what's mad? I don't need a dragon to stay grounded. What Bill?
Oh, blimey, hello, Bill. You all right, mate? Yeah. To quickly go, I'll try and get a couple more in. If not, I'll just carry on next week. Ice dragons. They live in the ice caps and glaciers around the world. The largest group of them reside in Antarctica. They're elemental guardians of ice and appear as jaggy and clear white colour. Their energy is cool. Or is that cool? I wish I'll tell you what, we could do with some ice dragon energy here. And
it's supposed to be raining for the next 4 days now.
And they use their breath to freeze negative energies and call on them for psychic protection. And again, written by the same fella, I'll quote what he says. I came across ice dragons in a meditation dream once, when I had asked for help, and they came through and gave me this information. I have not met them physically yet in the elemental realm.
I've seen some shit while I've been dreaming as well. Doesn't mean it's real. No offense.
I wonder if he was around when they were testing LSD. Water dragons are elemental guardians of the seas and oceans. They live in deep underwater crevices. Your mum definitely got one. And can be called upon to clear one's emotional body.
I think I got one of those in my drink.
Apparently, and I agree with this, at this time they are struggling with the pollution the seas are facing from the human race. And yeah, the human race is buggering up the planet. We do need to wake up a little bit and see what we're doing. But unfortunately, whilst you've got people who really only pray to the one God, the almighty dollar, they're going to keep going around and fucking the earth up. Yes. Ooh, what happened there? What did you do? A little bit there. Amazonite can help you connect with water dragons, as can blue aragonite and malachite. And if you want to commune with ice dragons,
the crystal selenite can help you access ice dragon energies. As they have a lighter energy than the previous 2 types, ice dragons are purifiers and energy anchors, and they hold the magnetic grid of the earth. So,
when you talk about ley lines, and then you hear about
and I say this, she was one cold bitch.
Say it as it is, Bill. Say it as it is. So yeah, these are ice dragons that are guardians, and they live on ley lines and this and the other. You had a very good point. Is that why Tolkien and a lot of the others portray dragons that has slumbering on piles of gold? because it conducts all the energy. And where these dwarf caverns are and castles and this, that, and the other, well, they're built on top of a convergence of ley lines. Because if you've got convergence of ley lines and then a load of gold on top of that, and then a dragon curled up on the top of that, man, he'd zap you with a toenail,
And
wouldn't
a
he?
donkey.
And a donkey who
Is friends with an ogre.
sounds very much like Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, that's his name. I was going to say that, I can't remember his name.
Eddie Murphy.
I like him.
Shrek, did you just crack one off? Yeah.
Did you fix my mic?
No, because the super glue's downstairs. I'll do that. So there you have it. Dragons, ley lines, gold, superconductors, Stonehenge, megafauna,
Aliens.
aliens, cloud of alcohol, just shit you wouldn't believe. You don't get this anywhere else, only on the Dark Mirror Show, where you get a little bit of facts, a lot of going off on the beaten track, bit of swearing, and enough to make you laugh, and it keeps you through, cheers you up after a
Whale
crap day. Oh yeah, and then you hear stories about whale knobs. So you missed that, Bill.
Spookanori's next.
Yes.
Right?
Are you doing a Spookanori tonight, Wayne? If you are, then everybody head over to the Spookanori book page on Facebook. If not, he may not be doing it because I know he's trying to get everything ready for his second book launch. So I wish you all the best for that, mate. And as I say, gonna have to come down and see you soon.
Stick your finger out.
Nope.
I wanted to boop it.
You can boop it.
Do you know, so I've taught Harper to boop. So I go, Harper boop, and then she goes over and I do a really gentle boop. Yeah, she came over to me with her finger and she went, boof. Oh.
So on that note, I shall wish you all very well, and we will see you next week. And I think
I won't see you next week.
Yes, you're going away. I need somebody to come on the show with me.
Bill.
I need somebody to come on the show with me and talk about cryptozoology, because I love that subject. Do you know, I'm just going to rub my nipples at that one because I love it.
I'll rub them too.
On that note, love you all. See you later. And
also, our thoughts go out to everyone affected by the big explosion that went off.
Cool, God, yeah.
I forgot where it is.
Israel, wasn't it?
No.
It was Israel.
It wasn't Israel. It was somewhere else. But our thoughts go out to you, to everyone who died, are lost, and injured, and their families. Our thoughts go out to you.
Did you see the video? That big energy cloud when it came off. Anyway, hopefully I'll be back next Friday if I can get somebody to come on with me. If not, don't worry, we'll be back on the following Friday.
Also, stay safe out there because the pandemic is still going on.
So the pandas.
And so the pandas.
Yes.
Red pandas.
So, 10 for now. We down, we go, we out of here. Bye-bye. Thank you very much for listening. I will be uploading this onto YouTube tonight. So, come and watch this.
If you want to hear about whale penises.
And remember to go and check out my good friend Wayne's Spookanori series. Lebanon. Thank you very much, babe. I'm a Lebastian too. On that note, no. I'm a lesbian. I only like women. Right.
Bill said message him about next week.
All right, mate. I shall do. I just need somebody to co-host with me, and we'll talk about cryptozoology. You know, like the thylacine and stop slapping my bald head.
I'm petting you.
And the Tasmanian tiger and all that sort of stuff. Right. See you later, dudes.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you very much for watching.
Bye.